welcome everyone. So I am Leah Sherdino. I am the founder and director of C Junction, and C Junction is the place you see here. It's a public venue which focuses on Southeast Asia, all aspects of Southeast Asia, including health today. So I will be very short because today we have quite a lot of speaker and a video and the opening of the exhibition and a crowded hall. So we will try our best to keep it in time. We have a very strong moderator and I will try to manage the flow of information. I just want to say I am very thankful for this collaboration with all these partners here. And indeed, cross-border health is a very important topic. I was the head of the Rockefeller Foundation before, and we have devoted quite a lot of resources and the time for cross-border issue in the Greater Mekong region. So this is a very important topic, so I am very grateful that you have chosen C Junction as the venue. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rosalia. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our panel discussion in our voices, health and resilience on the Thai-Myanmar border. Firstly, let me introduce the team, and when I call your name, please just wave. So there's Natapat Jatu Pompimon. Oh, she's outside. Okay. Oh well. Napat Kiri Kukong. Outside as well. Anyway, they're all in these t-shirts, okay? Supaat Asara, right? Supaat Noston, who's also the photographer, Maureen Kelly, and Rose McGreedy. You don't have a t-shirt. So my name is Peg Yong. I'm a researcher on ethics, and I work at the Mahidol Oxford Tropical Medicine Research Unit. Okay. Or MORU. MORU is a collaboration between Mahidol University and University of Oxford, and we've been here for 40 years. We do research on tropical medicine, such as malaria, with the overall goal of improving lives of people in resource-poor settings. This photo exhibition and panel discussion is part of a project called REACH, or its long name is Resilience, Empowerment, Advocacy in Women's and Children's Health Research. And there are 4 countries involved: Kenya, UK, South Africa, and Thailand. So the aim of this event is to provide a platform for discussion about border health, such as malaria, maternal and child health, challenges faced by people along the border, but we also want to showcase not just their challenges, but their strengths and resilience and how they cope with everyday struggles. And also we want to highlight health research participation, some ethical challenges and practical challenges, and how research can benefit the community or burden participants. But what do we mean by in your own voices or in their own voices? It's because this project is based on interviews of migrant workers and refugees along the Thai-Myanmar border. And the video that we will show in a few minutes, you will hear the actual voices of the border population. And we will end by launching a photo exhibition. So I'd now like to introduce the panelists. We've got Supaat Noston, who is the photographer. She's a parent and she has lived in the border area for many years. And we have Professor Francois Noston, the director and founder of Chocolate Malaria Research Unit. Professor Rose McGreedy, Professor of Tropical and Maternal Child Health, University of Oxford and Deputy Director of SMRU. And Dr. Cynthia Mao. She herself is a displaced person, forced to flee her homeland in Myanmar, and is the founder and director of a mental clinic which provides free health care for refugees, migrant workers, and others who cross the border from Burma to Thailand. So thank you very much everyone for coming to this event. Without further ado, we shall start with the video screening. Okay, thank you. လေးကြီးတွေ sorry
Again, the Maka Kuji for any Tanya Karimosa, Munilla Pupini, for the Kudan Panele, and your Puneko, but a Katija Pulu Avana, the lake Tanya Takoti Tanya Pao, Punane, that the Pania could carry out. Over the diet, which you put there when the qua một bác cả một tiền phan này quản nó không tiền phan này ta tiền nhà nó cứ ăn nó rồi mình bác cả một tiền phan này về tiền phan lệ ai đang nhận học cùng mà mong muốn mình biết được học về cuộc ta sĩ tiền phan này thì có sẵn đang
anh có còn ta đi còn là bắt từ về lên theo này ta để ta chỉ rồi cái tên là các bạn bà con đi bộ phòng của lực khí ở bên ta có cái đây là cái tên là ta họ đào
từ lúc từ khoเลยเอาไว้ที่บ้านtừ lúcเราคนท่านเคยอยู่ที่บุกบุกบ้านเราผู้เนี่ยเอาไว้ผู้ดีบ้านอยู่เอาไว้เลยบ้านเฮไว้นั่นมีเจ้าคนท่านเคยอุ้มเราว่าบ้านที่เคยอยู่ด้านที่คอหมอเราเดินเอาไว้ที่เนี่ยมีเทวดาเราบางขาจ้องอยู่แต่เจ้าคนเป็นเนี่ยเราต้องชื่อว่าหมอ
Tadi saya kira abu jadi odi mo. Aku dah ni ni le dah ni me keban le kau odi. Jangan ni me saya kira ni le dah tu khas orang sih tu. Aku bahal le kau lah. Aku dah ni me kasih tahu ni le tu ye. Me kasih ni aku kepia. Ni mana ni ke orang ni ni jauh. Kau ni bah ni kasih kau.
Wah kalau awak kita ni lah tak perlu cuci, lah awak dah kerja awak ni mo. Pakai cara lo, मैं awak kalau kemari kita juga ni lah apa ni awak mata awak tak cuci kerja mo, kita ni urut.
ก็จำนวนนี้เอาไว้ที่โอ้โหตั้งใจมาบัฟที่คุยตั้งใจมาครอบครัวฮิปโปคอมโบทั้งการสานนี้เอาไว้ดูนี่ตั้งใจมาโอ้ที่ดูนู่นภาษาเอาไว้ที่ประเทศครอบครัวได้บ้านดีไว้ได้ทุกมีนู่นอย่างบางนาไว้ได้ที่ไว้ที่บ้านคอยได้
แล้วมุดตะคนเนี่ยคนแล้วมุดอะไรเนี่ยแต่คนนี้พอคิดว่าใครจะมาที่นี่เนี่ยคิดว่าใครจะเอาไปได้ให้ดีพอรู้อ่ะมันเอาได้ให้ดีเลยคิดเนี่ยต้องไปได้ให้เรานู่นนั่นหรอแล้วได้จุดเด่นได้เยอะเด่นไปให้เรามาเนี่ยไม่มีอะไรก็แล้วแต่ว่าเลยก็หาได้ได้ผิวมาได้ได้แต่ตัวนี้แกได้เลยได้ผิวมาจีเอาไปเลยไม่มีได้จุดแค่นี้แกก็เลยบางว่าแต่เอาว่าแต่เอาแต่ยังไม่ว่าที่มีโบราณมาจีแกได้ก็ได้แกได้ที่ว่าค่ะ Agora definir a tua mana de que era que coda que je lo agora ni nên là cái khu lúc tiền để là cái vấn đề ta ya có sản hay mà ta hay được tài nhé ta nên agora cái đó để áp dụng vào vấn đề lấy cái lệ thật cho là ta nó cái tạo thành cái mà khi có cái gì mà nó là chỉ được thôi à là chỉ được thôi à nhà cái này ta bắt sang người này nó
Kalau tak betul kan nanti tak pakai betul 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 nanti lepas saja kan tak ada pakai betul 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 tapi kalau nak tahu betul dia mungkin dia nanti ada lagi dia tak mungkin
di bawah kuah oleh teknologi bakal pakai media awal ni ada ni kebun jalan ada tak apa sejina dia wahan takut kilo ni awal ke takut dulu kau kat kat oba ke wajib tu oba ni lah wajib tu ni lah tenor ke kau kau lebih takut tak ke me oba ni wajib ni lah takut kilo ni dia semua you takut dulu ada wajib tu ni lah kita terang mungkin pada sini kelewat wajib ni batas sampai macam you call bây giờ có đi được lâu là cả tuổi mà nó là từ leo là tao có đi là ô bà cô là nghe tu sĩ ta sĩ ô là ta bao nhiêu bao phụ từ leo ai nhưng mà bố cô là nên là ta có đi là như vậy ta có thể ta đi vậy Tapi kalau nak masih ada di dalam sekolah apa ni lah, takut sih kalau takut kita, apa tinggi batas tu tak bisa kalau pemacu. Ani hal dulu lah, kalau sewa di tu apa di kalu.
Kalau masih bukan yang orang le, kewe hidup itu bah, waktu kerja sama, dan kalau macam ni ni kewe kalau aku tidak di sana ni, lagi macam orang bakal le kan gimana? Tapi kalau jadi orang ni le tu kalau aku kerja sama, kewe ni kan dia ada kakak, kami kalau kami baru tadi kele ni, awal ni kalau kalau ada kerja macam ni, kele bawa kiri ni, ni second ni le lutan ni mana, ni orang ni le khor tu le, ni tidak le second ni kele kan le, kele bawa tu, kele bawa kiri kele tu le.
ta sẽ cho này giờ ra hôm nay đủ à mà vì này bấm cái xe lò ta có này bắt được thôi là lỡ cái chân khô phạt thó bắt xe lò đó có thế vì vào cái như ta mà sửa đi
aku kemarin kita buat ada hipopopo dan bukan awe kita buang lagi kita và họ cũng bảo các bạn làm gì cái lời cái sửa awe thì mình hiểu ra awe ni ada awe mình bắt cả lời ta bao nhiêu bao bọn lời bao cái đồ cho đi là ta bao nhiêu về là này cái nó về ta cái cũng nhiều mà mình làm cái nó cả lờiพันกว่านี้จริงๆแล้วตอนนี้บางอย่างเนี่ยไปสร้างหัวอันนู้นนะครับไม่ที่เลยสร้างหัวค่ะแล้วไปดูว่าแล้วใครอ่ะก็การมีเด็กวันมาแล้วก็เดี๋ยวไปก็ไปรอเลยสร้างหัวบริคิดแล้วเขาหลังนี้มากับเก่าแล้วคนทำต้องยี่อย่างมัน
lệ ba là lệ ta thì ông nói lệ lệ bảo lệ mà ông chịu của đó nếu khi mà đang là lệ cứ quan trọng nhiều
ông lên thì một cái gà lên hay ta mặc được đi đâu tới nhà thì cũng ta được từ 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 làm mà đấy
quan là mà sợ về thế này thì có ta cứ rồi rồi là này mà sợ về thế nào người ta chỉ bạn ta chào họ không như người ta để ta chỉ họ cô ta đừng là gì được kia đi vào để khi phải là khi mình cả rồi mais awe di do ni ba kan le tangi ko le to kan ne awe ti ke te ko da le awe ni wa ku ti da sta de mo le ta ke ma zo le alu ni le le ta sa hi de awe ke ne ku ba de ko re da ta ma zo ti le ta ko lo ni ni da le awe ni ni da le ta se ko la ka ha le awe ti ke se ko da da ba ba da le awe kwa fe we ti mo we ti da awe ti mi he audio ko ku da ba ni da pa ta sa nanti kesek keluar kan. Maka lepas lah akan lepas lah. Kita orang macam ni awal ni toh akan lagi wedah ikut kalau tu keluar kan. Nanti lepas kemudian ada tet anda boleh tahu kabar kan kita ni lepas lagi kami share dia ada wati kita pada wati kita balik dah ke ini masih plan.
Giờ bên trên là lơ đang tụ lơ là từ lơ mình cha thì mình nhai nhỉ và ba có ba cái thôi lơ u được thì và ta nhà ra phú lên tới cao phú lên từ nước lại thì ra mình ra còn họ tụ gì mà chiều ba anh đi vào cái kia là cũng là sụp lên vào nào sau phú được ra thì chỉ cái ở đây này nó có được lo và cha là mình hết cái gì ba cha mình u rồi gia đình là số qua ular ada di istimewa Korea ada senayu be kini tak seklo ular ada awe heo ada baca ada di bawah mo karena milu oposi karena milu muda milu tanya baca kami di dalam kenyataan yang mubara besu di kelihatan oleh nafianata lemah terhek jangan opi ada di milu kuat di bawah di sini kerana heo ini ada kuat di milu mua cái là sút đi qua mà ra khu là lo ở nhà như vậy chứ lo nó cái cha này cái là cũng như thế nên là nó ta cứ sửa tại là hay là như nhau hôm qua rồi bắt đầu nó này là ở cũng như thế rồi cũng như thế giờ là mình tự nhiên là nó là cái cha cái hay là đau này cho nên là này cứ là cứ xịt là lo ở cái đó lên để họ tự lúc bạn như này là bác là ta chào này là bila di luar ni dah wasip dan ada dan ni di luar muda pusi ni dan nyawa ni kita cari depan ni dah bila tu kita dari kau ubah apa saya nak beli berbaloi.
Aku tidak kerana di luar ni kalau di sini maka aturan kita tahu lojak untuk di sini maka le tanya ulu orang punya si awak tak kita mahu punya apaที่นี้ด้วยที่ท่อมาท่อกันยังก็ดูเราว่าคนนี้ที่เรามาราเกี่ยวคนนี้แล้วมาราถ้าปะคนนู้นคนนี้ด้วยก็ปะกันแล้วผู้วิสิตที่มาราแต่ปะว่าเราเกี่ยมีเดอด้วยที่นี้ปะกันแล้วก็เขาเขาว่ากำเนิดแต่ผ้าแต่กาดีบ้าอะไรแต่กำเนิดว่าแค่ละแค่ที่นี้มีเวลาด้วยเวลาPakaian tanya ke kepada lojak ni suka mau itu dia hal ini.
Directly about this evening we are going to talk about REACH. REACH is cross-continent research under social science lens, which they look at resilience, empowerment, and advocacy in women and children health. This is our team. We look at the population in Thai Myanmar border, and this is where our location. I think you can hear me. Our site research. We are looking at trying to hear the voice from the community, talking to the research participant and their family and people in the community. So we conduct social science research. So our goal is to improve research ethic and support for the dedicated clinical research staff in the area. In understanding the challenge, we have to understand how we can help the people in our where we are providing care. You will see from my left here, Professor Rose, Dr. Cynthia Ma, and Professor Francois. They are working in this setting since they are youth, and now we start to have white care already. They are still there for these people, for the marginalized ones. So they can share. They are going to share with you later. So for this picture is just to give you the idea that to be able to provide quality care, they spend a lot of their time in training the local staff in the mindset of for the people, by the people, and doing no harm. So that takes them a lot of creative way to make the message across, because the language, the culture, and how they are challenged, and they always have to come up with new ideas. So this evening, Rich is here. As a research, we have the duty to share our finding. Engagement, public engagement is part of it, and we can do public engagement in different ways, like the clip that you just see, the panel that you are taking part here, and also the next one will be the photo exhibition. So when we do the mindful research, we try to understand the challenge of the people, their limitation. When you try to understand their challenge, people in the rural, what they face is seasonal challenges such as so when they start doing the farming, this is their priority. If you want to do anything for their healthcare, even though they know that it is important, their priority is to plant the rice to turn the ground. Even though knowing that in the soil there will be soil bacteria, but they still need to understand how to protect themselves. Right now it is harvesting season. It is also the peak of malaria. But if you want to go and get your message across, for example, this picture was taken when there was a little outbreak of malaria in that place. In Korean, there is a saying that bamboo bush will not come to the elephant. So if you want to try to understand the people and to reach your message, you have to go. You cannot expect them to come because they have all those priority and limitation to come to you. Some of them you also have to understand that, for example, this lady, she has to leave her birthplace. She cannot live in her village anymore because there were landmines being set in her house, in her rice burn. So she leave the place just with a set of clothes, a surround and her clothes. So as I often go to the place, I also talk to people. I feel like we own a lot of people whenever we encounter them, even like you for this evening. I may not see you another time, but I feel very thankful that you are here. You engage with us, you will hear what we are going to explain you also in the photo exhibition. Each of those pictures, they have their own story. And you will learn what we have seen about TB, malaria, maternal health, and children, and our challenges. And on top of that, the vulnerability, people, they face their challenge, but we also learn that the strong point, they are coping. So how they support each other, just now it's being mentioned already from this clip. So there is still hope that you can see in human being, but you don't want to leave someone vulnerable all the time. We each have to have the empathy for each other to support. So for this woman, when I first time see her, she has depression from her pregnancy, and a team from our clinic this corner we still have to improve a lot in our setting. Not we don't have the resources to support this. But because her husband is alcoholic and she was really depressed, but Dr. Rose and Tim, she assigned someone to listen to those women that when they spot that they have depression. And the next time I see this woman, she was in the clinic and she greeted me and she was very happy. And when I see her, she told me, "Trauma, look on the side, her husband and her teenage daughter." It means she go through this stormy time perfectly until the delivery. So even though we are working in the challenges, there are many hope that we see and we come across. And I'm very thankful for all of you and the one who support us. And I think the next one will be Professor Nostr. Thank you. All right, Professor Nostr, you're up next.
It looks like I don't know how to swim. Alright, so what I have to talk about, malaria elimination. Alright, so I will be much shorter. As you could see, most of our work on the border was about malaria. So malaria is not very common in Bangkok anymore. Actually, for most of Thailand, malaria was eliminated some time ago, but on the border, it still affects some population, and this is the case on the Thailand Myanmar border. It's not that, but when we started this work nearly 40 years ago, it was the first cause of death in the population of refugees and migrants, but it's gone down a lot. And now there are a few cases. The problem with this malaria is that it's very difficult to treat because it's very drug resistant. And drug resistance is a big problem in the Mekong region. And the problem with this resistance to drug is that it spreads, it's spreading. It can spread from Asia to the rest of, to India and then to Africa. So we've been running after this resistance for many years. And now we are at the stage where we've reached a stage where we think it's time to eliminate malaria altogether. And so 5 years ago, with Moru, and there was a program, an ambitious program launched from Mesot into the border and the current state, which is on the other side of the border in Myanmar, to eliminate malaria. And that was supported by the Trust, by the Wellcome Trust, by the Gates Foundation, and by the Global Fund. And I have to say, it worked beyond our expectation, and malaria is basically being eliminated very quickly from that area. So these people that you have seen on the screen and that we have met and we've worked with have been essential to the success of this program. Through all this community engagement work, it was possible to eliminate malaria based on a network of village workers who are from the communities, working in the communities, and diagnostic and making the diagnosis and treatment. And so we hope that by 2020 or 2021, the most dangerous part of malaria, the most dangerous type of malaria will be eliminated from the area. And that was made possible because of the participation of the communities. And so the lesson that we learn from this is that unless you can establish a very strong trust relationship with people, then there is no program. Whatever, how much money you throw at it, it won't work. It has to be, there must be a very strong relation with people who deal with the work. And we together with the team, that was what was successful in this program. And I think I will leave it there.
Rose, do you want to just smoothly, swiftly take over? Thank you. Thank you, Francois. We didn't expect such a crowd, so apologies. But we're very happy.
covering an enormous ground and saving many mothers and babies from mortality. And I put up this photo to show that we have different cadres of healthcare workers, midwives, medics, nurses. They are the ones that man the clinic, the delivery room 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. They really are the unsung heroes of the research program. And they are from the local community. So we cannot force anyone to come and deliver with us. Women come because they want to come. So it's these health workers that are crucial, key to having trust and then being able to go on and do some research. They've done more than 80,000, seen more than 80,000 pregnant women in 30 years at SMIU, a similar number from Metal Clinic. This little baby had malaria, mother had malaria, and while we've been chasing and trying to find the next drug in the face of resistance, the work on malaria pregnancy takes much longer, and we need to see that child. We need to see if it's born alive, if it has a normal birth weight, if it has a normal exam, and if the baby's born at home, we don't actually know if that anti-malaria was safe for the mother. So they're just checking the baby out after birth. Wouldn't you love his concentration, his utter, complete concentration, this child? He's also part of research on malaria. His mum received anti-malarials. His mum's in the background. There's a healthcare worker checking how many beads he can get onto the string in a fixed time. There was a lot of concern that some anti-malarial drugs could affect development of the fetal brain. So what research has allowed us to do is to link with very high-powered researchers who do child development their whole entire lives, and we've been able to bring testing that you can do in Suraj Hospital in Bangkok or in Oxford right into the field and make very detailed studies on, for example, anti-malarials or on anemia or on the effects of neonatal jaundice. This is a very happy and a very social photo. There's a lot else going on behind. So this is an area, a part of the world where universal healthcare does not exist as yet. We're hoping and working towards that. In the past, the only treatment for neonatal jaundice was sunlight. Well, that's why they're out under the sun. In the last 5 years, we've managed to halve the mortality from neonatal jaundice. We have a 1/3 reduction in the severe form. In the severe form, the baby gets brain damage and can have lifelong learning disability. And when we were looking at these photos, I asked why. Why have we, just only in the last 5 years, been able to do so much on neonatal jaundice? And actually, it's come from the malaria researchers, thank you. So the work on Vivax elimination shares many complementarities to neonatal jaundice. So those tools that are brought into the clinic that we can use for Vivax, we can also use to check on the progress of the babies. So SMA is unusual, but maybe it's a really good model for research. We have only ever been able, resource-wise, to provide very basic healthcare, and we team that with research that's relevant to the local population. And yes, the healthcare workers build the trust, but there's something bilateral and beneficial to both parties to see the research go on for decades, more than 3 decades now. I think it's
district hospital, public hospital, government hospital. In Jamasai, there are 4 township hospital. So these are government hospital. Also, we have 3 refugee camps and run by international NGOs and SMRU and Document. We also provide services. So we have services on both sides of the border, but over the past 30 years, when I arrived to the border, I start dealing with the cross-border referral system. Because I myself, I fled to the border in 1988, and then I see that there are many cases being referred from Myanmar, current state to Thai hospital, mainly malaria and then my injury. But when we start reach out to the community, we see that in the current state, almost all women deliver at home by untrained midwives. They practice dangerous, they have dangerous practice, and many women die, children die. So there has been no information available because this area is the armed conflict going on for the past 3 decades, 4 decades. So no information available, no international NGO access to this information. In 2008, the Ethnic Health Organization started population-based survey. So we have high maternal death, almost 700 or 100,000 right now. It's one of the highest in the world. So the Ethnic Health Organization trained Medicine become the training center for the midwife. We train the midwife, but during the conflict time, they also have to work. They cannot work in the health facility. They have to go and deliver baby at home. But the challenge is there is no referral facility close to their community. So it takes 2 hours to 6 hours. Especially in the rainy season, women die. So the Document and the SMRU and many organizations try to address this issue and upgrading our health facility. So in most of the referral now happen during those times, they crossing the border, they refer to SMRU or Document, or if they need further referral, we have to refer to Thai hospital. So what I want to mean is there is no referral system from the Ethnic Health Organization to the government hospital because of the transport and trust and the language barrier. But in 2012, there is a change in the politics and donor environment. Most of the donors working in Thai base, they moved to Nepal. So the Ethnic Health Organization try to respond to this issue through try to engage or try to access funding through international NGO inside government. So through this network, women now start accessing services in Myanmar side. But between 2006 to 2008, there are 550 women referred to both Thailand and Myanmar side. So then the referral system is, we cannot look at just this is the Thai national system or Burma national system. When we want to strengthen the health system and want to save the mother life, we have to look at both cross-border referral system because of the access issue or because of the service availability and readiness. Because the Burma health system is still highly centralized and also the primary level care is very poor. So the local community try to go very hard to improve access to healthcare, especially for saving the mother and baby life. So what I would like to conclude is the cross-border referral system is very important for saving mother life, and also many women access services and access through the community network. So building the existing community network is very crucial for improving the services, and the government to government referral system or openly discuss about the the issue for the border population or vulnerable population is very important. So both country government, when talking about national health system, need to include refugee, migrant, or stateless people who are stay vulnerable on the border.
Thank you very much, all panelists. So the floor is open for questions. We'll take maybe we'll take 3 at a time, and then we can ask the panelists. So, any questions? Yeah.
What is the process? How does malaria proceed as a health problem from once you're infected? What happens?
What?
Malaria is a disease caused by a parasite which infect the human being. So you have malaria in animals, but they are different parasites. So some parasites infect human beings, and these are parasites that are developing only in humans. But they go from one human to another human by bite of a mosquito. So if you have malaria parasite, you may or may not be sick. You may or may not know that you have malaria. But you get bitten by a mosquito, which is going to take a tiny little bit of blood from your blood, and then it's going to live for a few days, and bite somebody else later, and then infect that other person with malaria. That's how malaria is transmitted from one human to another. So it's a complex cycle. It's quite difficult. The parasite is a very sophisticated organism. Can develop multiple strategies to escape from your immunity and also resist to drugs. So that's why it's been with us for so many, for a very long time, and it's difficult to get rid of. But it's possible. What we learned over the last few maybe decades is that it's possible to get rid of it. At least in this part of the world, it is possible. But it takes a lot of resources and a lot of political will. But the tool we have, if we can implement simple strategy, we can get rid of that. That kind of parasite is called falciparum, is dangerous, and can kill it. The other type of parasite of malaria are different, and they are less dangerous. They are maybe more difficult to get rid of, but they are less dangerous. They don't kill. I don't know if this answers your question.
And what are the symptoms? All people have it? Is it just fever?
Well, yeah, I mean, it can basically mimic anything. It can look like a flu, you can have fever, you can have headache, you can sweating, nausea, you can vomit, children can have vomiting. The most common symptom is fever. Most of the people will have fever. And so that's why these village workers, the training is very quick. That if you see someone fever, any fever, just do a malaria test. And then like this we catch nearly 100% of the malaria cases and we treat them. Now the problem is that some people, we don't know, it's very common in Africa. Here, we don't really understand why, but some people can carry the parasite without fever. Those are difficult to detect because they don't have fever, so they don't come and see a doctor. When we find many of those kind of patients, and it happens, we usually propose to the villager to treat the whole village without testing. We go mass drug administration. We have used that strategy, and it's quite effective. It's difficult ethically because you have to give drug to people who are not sick, so you have to explain that. It's a bit difficult, challenging.
Okay, since I was asked to take over, I am a tougher moderator. So I will take 3 questions first, and then we are going to listen to the panel again. So, okay, please, and you can ask to her too if you want to know more about the ethics of the research, as well as what kind of research they are doing. This is clinical trial, and so you can ask more about that too. Okay, I open the floor for 3, 1, 2 for now. Okay, please introduce yourself and ask the question.
Myself, my name is Gigi. Do we know any incidents of those resistant strain of malaria in the Burmese country, in Myanmar itself?
May I allow to ask successful as in the training and the material being developed nicely. Or the second one is just because of local community as in people understand better now about malaria and changing that behavior. That would be the first question. Second question is when we do the follow-up on the medications, may I ask if there's any difficulties or any gap that still remain in the area? Because when you take the medication to treat malaria, it requires some people to watch how you're taking this pill, and it has to be taken like consistently to complete the course. And the third question is if the legal status of the either refugees or migrant worker in the province actually creating a barrier in accessing the service at the hospital itself or transport them to the mental clinic if there is still a problem because of their legal status. So that will be 3 questions.
Okay, so it's 3 questions. 3 plus 1. So I think we go to the panel. I think we start from malaria, but also you can add from your own perspective. So the first question was...
Well, the first question was about...
the incidence of the resistance.
Yeah. So the answer is yes. Now, yes, I mean, the resistance historically has always started in Cambodia.
Okay.
So on the other side of Thailand. And it's spread. And that has happened in the 50s, in the 60s, 70s, and we don't know exactly why, but it's always happened. And what happened in recent years is that resistance has again emerged in Cambodia, but it has also emerged on the Thailand Myanmar border, and we know that it has spread into Myanmar. We think that it does not, the situation in Myanmar is not as bad as critical as in Cambodia, but that's why we think it's time to eliminate it now before it gets worse, and we don't want to take the chance. Now the question about the follow-up, I mean, in studies we observe the treatment, we observe each dose, we make sure that the people take their medicine because we want to be sure about the result of the study. But in the village, in the big program, we don't do that because we can't. So it's just that the workers are explaining the people they have to take the drug fully. And we think that with a 3-day course, most people will take it. And we have studies showing that most of the time they take at least 3 days, which is fine. And so yeah, we think that's not the problem. Training, it's a difficult question. I mean, that's a question for the team to answer, but basically it's a mixture of things. I mean, people know about malaria more than we do because they have lived for malaria all their life, but they don't necessarily understand it the same way that we do, and we don't understand it the same way that they do. And so we have to meet somewhere in the middle. And what is malaria for you? Is it for us? It's very important to eliminate it, but not maybe for them. It doesn't matter. I mean, they have lived with malaria forever. So the notion of it kills people. You know, in the animist culture, it's not always obvious what kills you. It's not necessarily a disease, but for many people, malaria is not it's not due to a parasite. It's a spirit. It's something. So we have to do a lot of talking, but the talking is not what's most important. Most important is the trust. Actually, I mean, with the current people, they trust in you or in the team. They will take action, they will modify maybe their, but if they don't trust you, forget them, it doesn't work. And legal, yes, I don't know what you're suggesting, but certainly access to healthcare is a problem for people who can't move around freely, so migrant workers. For the refugees, it's a bit easier because they are in a sort of niche and they are provided healthcare and food. But for migrant workers, it's more difficult. So especially if they are not legal, so they get arrested and so for malaria now it's not a problem so much because there's no more malaria. But for maternal health, delivery, any tuberculosis, for example, that's a big problem. By the way, you are very unlikely to get malaria in Bangkok, but you are more likely to get tuberculosis. Anybody can get tuberculosis. and so it's people to people. So
Dengue fever. Dengue fever, you can get it back home. But let's go to Dr. Cynthia. Maybe you want to comment on the status.
I'm not sure if this is what.
I just want to say a few words regards to the ethnic health worker or the training program. Because most of our health worker, like from SMRU or from the refugee camp and Doctrine, and the health worker who are working in the community, so they will train their specific tasks like midwife or public health worker or clinical services. So they need to be continue ongoing supervision and continue opportunity for their skill upgrade training. But their skill is actually not officially recognized in Thailand or Myanmar. So that is why the ethnic health organization in Burma try to advocate and work with the government to recognize the existing skill and knowledge and to be accredited as a midwife. Because the health workers who are working over the past 30-20 years and they are integrated into the community and they do a lot of like saving the mother life, child life, but they are not still accredited in the government system. So this become another big challenge or barrier because when they start meeting with the government staff, they are not considered as health worker. They are as a volunteer. So the way how the relationship between the ethnic health worker and government is still challenging, but it's through negotiating the level of care and the performance it can provide. So gradually, some of the health workers from the government recognize that ethnic health
Okay, so another round of question. If you still have 1, 2, 3. Okay, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Poon. So I'm staff at Molu. So I'm wondering about this like current situation with the support, like in terms of the support from the government. Like you seek out to inform the policymakers, or do they reach out to you to offer their support? Yeah, for the project and for the institutions.
My name is Fabio Segni. My question is, so I would like to know if in your research, in your experience, in this approach, if you have identified some key issues that can impact sustainability of what you are doing. I think you have touched on some of these issues, for example, the problem migrant health workplace, but are there any critical issues that may, if not, if they are not addressed, and actually result in a loss of gains that would what would be critical issues for sustaining this success?
There was someone, yes, honestly, I work so I have one question. From the presentation, we heard about different episodes, not just malaria. But I want to understand how do you provide service to address different episodes like national and and we also saw one slide talking about soil bacteria from the soil and malaria. Are these services in the community are given in one place, or these migrant population on the border side, they have to go to different places to get services? How it's working?
It's okay. It's okay.
No, they can't hear you.
No, I'll stand up. Maybe I can answer a few of the questions by giving one example. So, cesarean section was mentioned by Cynthia. We have some women, they cannot birth normally. And if we look at the border, 200 or 300 kilometers of border, we have one hospital on Myanmar side. We have 4 hospitals in the same area, same length of border on the Thai side. The trip on the Thai side takes 30 minutes. The trip on the Myanmar side, maybe not possible. Actually, there's a mountain, there's no road, there's a flooded river. It's actually very difficult and to access the care. So say, okay, I'm going to Myanmar side. You have an ethnic minority who have never approached government services in the last 50 years, and maybe they're not friends, maybe there's no trust. So building bridges, so a big part of sustainability, a big part of the last 5 years of work is trying to build bridges between ethnic health and government health services. But that actually costs money in itself.
Since 2012, the Ethnic Health Organization looking at the sustainable way to provide services for the internal displaced people. Also mental clinic, we looking at how we can sustain our program. So there are many challenges and barriers to overcome. Firstly, the clinic itself also not registered in Thailand, and the health worker are also not the non-registered health worker. But we've been able to work with the Ministry of Health in Thailand or government hospital. So we do more community outreach, and then we strengthen the referral system and the public health intervention in the community, so that the Thai government also see that the benefit of the local organization. And then many people who come to us doesn't have legal documents or doesn't have insurance, because they are also undocumented migrant workers, and mostly are women, children. So the Thai government even did not officially recognize. We been working with the hospital director and the public health. We are part of the network for promoting health for the migrant, and we have the network with the ethnic health organization in the Maasai. So many patients who coming from cross-border, we already have the network. So building the network in the local community for the public health intervention is very important, because the Thai hospital, they know that almost 35% of the patients are also cross-border population coming from the parent side. So to be able to access this population, there are many ethnic health workers. So working with the ethnic health worker and the network is very important for improving access to health services, as well as the prevention, more health public, can do more public health intervention. And for sustainability, for financial part, that's why our ethnic health organization in Maasai also trying to improve access money inside, or trying to do some referral to the government side, but it takes slow because of many challenge barrier. The government hospital itself in the Maasai doesn't have the services readiness. Sometimes doesn't have enough elder nurse, or shortage of medicine, or not enough infrastructure. So we continue need to advocate for both Thailand and Myanmar government, and the vulnerability and displacement is still ongoing, because until the poverty and human rights violation and also the political, like peace process is not going very well, people will continue living back and forth. So two country national health system need to address the migrant population. So the sustainability, we sometimes understanding the local context and working with the local community is one of the key area. And then the international community, who used to support as a humanitarian assistant, now they move quickly to support like development. But the situation on the ground is still not ready yet because people are very poor, people are mobile, and then many people are still discriminated. So when we talk about the health system strengthening, we always need to address other social determinants of health.
I think Cynthia has covered everything. In terms of policy, government policy, you have to distinguish several parts. I mean, Cynthia has spoken about the Thai policy towards migrants, the Myanmar towards their population. For us in the research, what's important is also to try to translate the result of the research into policy change for health. Like changing the treatment, changing the protocol for treatment of certain diseases. And that, over the years we've done that quite a lot with the treatment of malaria in pregnant women, the treatment of multi-drug resistance. So that's the research part. So in other words, it's trying to change the local practice, but then trying also to change the policy at the regional or global level, which has happened.
So I think the very last, okay, 1, 2, more, okay, 1, 2, okay, 1, 2, 3, and then I have a question.
Bernard and Pediatrician photo to us with the team. When you are working with the village inside Bernard, you see you say that trust is the most important thing that you need to make with the villagers. Do you think there is any difference between the female and worker, creating a trust relationship?
Okay, second one, yes. I think that, no, but let's wait. Yeah.
This is sort of more a research focused question, but you mentioned that the sort of check the babies with for women who had anti-malarial treatment during pregnancy to see if their physical health is fine. There was that one example of the obviously cognitive test. But I was just wondering if you've done any longitudinal studies and seen if those actually get any effect on cognitive development of the babies in the long run.
This is going to be very controversial. I can feel the tension in Thai hospital when treating immigrants or refugees, and I can see why Thai middle class, lower class, so to speak, who has to use universal health care felt that the availability of the Thai hospital has been taken away by minorities. Do you think, is there any way that we can change or help this tension?
I have also a final question, the prerogative of the chair. One about prevention. We have talked about treatment. So what kind of prevention is being done related to malaria, tuberculosis, and the rest? And the second, what kind of drugs are you actually really testing at this point? And can you tell us more about the clinical side of this research and the sharing of data that are collected?
So the first question on whether you think the trust is facilitated by women, health workers. I think it depends which department you enter into. So if it's in the mother-child health side, you'll see more females. But maybe it's better if some of our field, we do have people from the field who might give a better answer on.
In the village, about 98% are women who's malaria post worker. It is the lowest level, but the higher level of supervisor and zone coordinator level, they are men. And you can ask another person. She's actually working in the field all the time. But in our healthcare center in the clinic, it depends, like Dr. Rose said, depend on what they are looking at. So you have, in the maternity ward, you would rarely see men because it is not acceptable.
Just more at the village level, do you think more efficient than men, or what? It's changing with the women? Or?
I think most of the men, they go out to look for job, or they become soldier, or go for education. But the one who responsible care at home, men on the burdens of women, and they are the one who look after.
So the second question was on is there any longitudinal follow-up? So we're just finishing a 4-year follow-up, the children up to 4 years of age. So it's quite a mobile community to even reach 4 is quite an achievement. We don't have the results yet.
The question about the tension in the hospital, I think is quite interesting, because we've seen the same. But not only the Thai middle class, also the Thai medical people. The doctors, the nurses are sort of getting overburdened, and they are putting the blame on the migrant. And this is a very difficult social problem, and I don't know what can be done about that, because it's true that in Mesa Hospital, for example, the hospital itself is, I think, 15 million baht in deficit, because they treat a lot of people who are not Thai and can't pay, and there are a lot of consultations. And I'm not quite sure what can be done about it. I mean, you would expect this in any country. I mean, there are countries in the West who just don't treat them, send them back. At least in Thailand they are treated. So it's, Thailand is often criticized, but actually they do much better than many so-called democratic countries. So we try to work together with the Thai System Hospital, for example, to alleviate some of the cost by trying to promote low-cost medical insurance for people. But it's tricky, especially with the current situation in Thailand, because they are not officially registered, these migrants, and so officially they don't exist. And so to provide an insurance for somebody who doesn't exist, it's tricky for the system. So you have to navigate through the different contradictions. But what I feel is that over the years, I always feel that the Thai medical people are very pragmatic, and they want to engage. They don't want to sort of ignore the situation. They want to find a solution. The medical people, the doctors, the public health people, they're very pragmatic. That's what I can say.
I would like to say a few words about trust building. And Burma is under many international organizations or countries think that Burma is post-conflict. Actually, there is still fighting going on, and like in the western border or northern border. So people are hearing about what is going on with other ethnic states, because in the current state they in the ceasefire, but they're hearing about all this atrocity in other states, so they don't really trust peace process. They're still waiting on see what is going on. But at the same time, the Burma health system is highly centralized, so the way they have to deal with the central government is like very top down. So like in the district level or township level, when the government set up the township health system, there is very few representatives from ethnic health, like the health department. So the ethnic health department not satisfied with this township plan because of they are not inclusive. But in the field level, mostly midwife are like women midwife. Sometimes they can work together, but in the system also changing a lot, because after 2 years, another midwife, Burmese midwife, they move to another place. So after they start building the relationship, there is turnover, because in the remote area or like in this ethnic area, very poor area, the midwife could not stay longer, so they move back to their home area. So that means sometimes building the relationship trust it takes time, but at the same time people looking at different level of engagement, what is going on in the township level or district level or in the national level. So it will take time for building the trust between the ethnic people and the government, like the national government.
Just one, well, actually to address Rosalia's question, Dr. Rosalia asked about what type of research that we do. So there's a mixture, so there's quite a lot of drug trials involving actually drugs that have already been used for the longest time. So we're looking at different doses for, let's say, children might have different dosing requirements, pregnant women different dosing requirements, different combinations. So that's one part of it. There's also a strong social science research because we want to make sure, or we want to enroll. So the research is done to directly benefit the patients. But traditionally, migrants are deemed vulnerable. So the project that we presented, that Suphat presented, is trying to challenge the notion of vulnerability. Rather than labeling people as vulnerable, we want to see how are they vulnerable, but still involving them in research in the best possible way. So you're pregnant, yes, you're vulnerable, but how can we help you? How can we generate evidence to help build or manage pregnant women better? So that's the social science research part of it as well. And to your other question, what do we do with the data? So as part of our funding requirement, most of our projects are funded by Wellcome Trust in the UK and Gates Foundation and a few others. These international funders, their requirement for their condition for funding is that we make all our data available upon request, or either that or openly available. So that's to answer your question. Do you want to add anything? Prevention. Rose.
And I liked your question. So as we try to build bridges, we also see differences between countries, between cultures. Really, we only refer into the Thai system, it's last resort. So, but we're trying to in order to reduce costs, to continue to advocate for sustainability, we need to get women into the Myanmar system. But there's very different country policies on tubal ligation, cutting the woman's tubes after she's had the baby. So most of the women who go for cesarean section, they've had enough and they don't want this problem again, and they would like the tubes tied, which in Thailand is no problem. You can have it done after one baby if you want to. Really no problem. But in Myanmar, we've had women on the table with 8 babies who want the steri, who want the tubes tied, who cannot get it because they have a pro-population policy. So very different. So that surprised us as well. So we also have to adjust our practice to help the women not be at risk in the next pregnancy because they didn't get what they wanted last time. So quite a number of ethical challenges working across the border.
It's really
follow up to your question. Just curious. This group are non-existence in government system. So how this data links to government system?
You take this one. I think we discussed it. Downstairs, okay.
It's very simple for malaria and for TB because it's part of national program. So we load the data directly online to their system, so they know everything we do. And for the research after that, it's more a question of them reading the papers, and that's a problem because they don't like reading. And so often we have to explain in meetings and stuff. But for the raw data, all the raw data about what we do is now uploaded directly to their system.
And for mother death, so if you're a refugee woman and you die in pregnancy or related to pregnancy, your
manipulation of documents.
Or some other migrants might take the document if they have the permit. If they have the permit. But okay, I think this we can continue the discussion downstairs. There is still a lot of dimensions that could be discussed from the ethical as well as from migration perspective, refugee, etc. So now will be the formal opening of the exhibition. We have the honor to have Dr. Cynthia Ramon Mansasai awardee to open our exhibition downstairs. So please follow us downstairs to the first floor, and she will just cut the ribbon very formally. Wait. And then we will have dinner. We will have dinner downstairs. On your way out, please give a donation for C Junction. I should be specific. The donation is for us, so we can continue to all, not for the project. They have a lot of money. They have gates. They have welcome trust. They are in good hands. But we don't have those. So please give a donation on your way out. Thank you very much, and see you downstairs on the first floor.